We're Steven and Mandy, and last week we took you on a journey of regret where we talked about all the things we would do differently. That video will be right here. It'll be right here. This week what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the 9 things that we would definitely do again because they were great success.
What about your beard challenge? The first thing that we did in our kitchen that we love was pre-planning the layout.
I like pre-planning. Anytime you take the time to begin with the end in mind, it's like having a co-pilot, because that co-pilot can always bring you back to where you should be, as opposed to winging it, which is a lot like flying into a freshly cleaned piece of glass. And so you don't want that.
We had actually modeled it out in some app. I don't even know if it still exists. Seeing things in 3D helps you to see, oh, this idea sounds good in my head. When I actually see it, it's not a good idea.
We also taped down on the floor a couple of different times because we wanted to feel what it would feel like to pass through open spaces.
We had a certain design in mind for our island. We taped out where our island would be, and we realized when we did that, we wouldn't have enough space to ever pull our refrigerator out. So we redesigned the whole island.
On to point number 2.
Making lots of drawers. I love having drawers.
Me too.
We have like nearly 20 drawers and approximately 4 cabinets.
Everybody is different. A huge thing for us was if you have empty spaces, they will get filled with junk. And if you don't access them very regularly, they'll stay filled with junk. And that is very much against the fiber of our being.
Number 3
Okay.
is having a kitchen island.
Yes.
I love having an island.
Let's do it.
I don't know if that's a fad thing or not.
What am I talking about?
The precious.
I wasn't ready.
I wanted an island so there was like more space to sit.
Yeah. And that's where people go. Like when we have people over, that's where we set stuff up so people can roll through and get their food and all that.
Yeah. For us, because we do have like an open floor plan, it kind of gives a feeling of separation. Like this is a separate area while still having the whole room open. We've actually built 3 of our appliances into it as well. So it's been extra storage. It's just been wonderful. I love it. The 4th thing that I love that I've decided we both love is building in our appliances. 1, I think it makes the kitchen look a lot more upscale and custom. 2, it just saves us a lot of space. Number 5.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Do you know how to pronounce it?
Yeah. The 5th thing that we would absolutely do again is we would use the Schulter Ditra membrane.
I think it's Schluter.
That's what I said.
You said Schluter. I don't know.
We would
sure.
use the Schulter Ditra membrane under our tiles.
Maybe it's Schluter.
We would use the Schulter Ditra membrane under our tiles. And then for Christmas, we would also buy our kids a Schluter.
I don't understand all the science behind it. They have like real sciencey videos out of how it works. From what I understand, as your subfloor shifts and just as it settles, I guess, is that a thing?
As it settles.
I feel like sometimes people don't know what's happening to their house as things break. And so they just say it's the house settling.
As the ghosts relocate.
As the floor settles, it can cause some movement.
Yeah.
And it can cause them to crack and pop up and stuff. But if you put down this Schluter Ditra.
It's Schluter.
Schluter Ditra membrane.
Yeah.
It will kind of absorb the shifting. My KitchenAid fell on my tiles.
Yes,
that
it did.
thing weighs probably 20 pounds. It fell and hit the tiles and they cracked a little bit. Not one piece has shifted, not one piece has come up. I didn't even know it had cracked for a while at all.
Tremendous geometric orange shock absorbers for your floor.
Number 6.
6, finishing our Butcherblock countertops.
Oh, with Waterlox.
With Waterlox. I did work for one of the big box stores, like hardware stores, and I was their kitchen designer. And I regularly recommended this product, even though it wasn't sold at the store that I worked at. Waterlox is just a really great product for like kitchen safe applications.
Yeah, because it's food safe. We have
What I
left
could say.
cups that have gotten like water on the countertop.
Yeah.
And I think they're about, what, 3-4 years old at this point? And we've not had a water stain on them yet. I think that was maybe a, nope. I thought that was a new subscriber. You know what, while we're talking about subscriptions, this is a great time to say, you should like and subscribe our channel. Well, you shouldn't. You should. You do what you want. Do what you want. We would love it if you would like.
Why don't you just take a second and let the message buffer?
If you don't subscribe and you don't like us, we might just give up.
Maybe.
I'm just kidding.
Who knows?
We got a good handful of subscribers over the last week, and we are very grateful for every one of you guys.
So for those of you who are new, we are thrilled that you're here, and we hope that you find something that helps you to be able to do stuff at your house and be able to save money and create spaces that meet the needs you have.
Number 7.
Okay.
This one's all yours, bud.
Number 7 is floating shelves. Very aesthetically pleasing. We love them. Something you can do to combat a smaller space is that you don't want it to feel heavy, like you've got a lot of heavy pieces of furniture in there. And so for us, when we were designing this kitchen, we knew that we wanted a large part of it to be open shelving because it still gives you some storage. It gives you a place for things you use really regularly to land, but they look so much lighter.
I will say, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos lately where they're talked about as being a trend that will go away.
Sure.
Or like a bad trend, you know? And I think it's because you have to dust them, you have to clean them if you want them to look nice. I dust mine at least once a year.
Right.
I don't dust them very much. I even have people in my life that I love their design tastes and they are very against open shelving.
Yeah.
And I understand why. And they say it's because they don't want to have to worry about how the things that they're putting up on them look. For us, there is some chaos in our open shelves, but there is a good bit of intentionality in where do I put the dishes? What colors of dishes am I going to buy? And so I make sure that everything on our shelving that's out is all the same color.
We're like complementary colors.
Yeah. So we have like a lot of different types of cups, but they're all clear. I don't put up a lot of wall art. So the shelves for me take the place of having like wall art.
Yeah.
But they also add that functionality. They don't feel too chaotic and busy though, because I've kept them cohesive with the room by using colors that even if I have a bunch of stuff up there, they match. Number 8 is making our own cabinets, actually.
Yes.
At the time, I regretted it. You know how they say like childbirth, after a woman is so far removed from it, she like forgets the pain? And so that's how she ends up deciding it's okay to have another kid.
Pregnant again, yeah.
Right. I'm wondering if it's like that.
Sure.
Right after the pain of building all of our cabinets, I never wanted to do it again. But now, now that I have had, and this kind of goes back to our first video that you can watch, where we were learning a lot. When we came right off that project, I had just been learning about carpentry and woodworking,
all kinds of stuff.
and I just felt so overloaded. Now that I have learned a lot more over the last several years, I feel like, oh yeah, you need a cabinet? I can make a cabinet. But I truly thought you were insane when you proposed making our own cabinets. It was like when we had a baby and you were like, I'm gonna make the crib. And I was like, no, there are safety standards.
I think that what it allowed us to do was to have a functional kitchen that was designed very specifically to our space, that did not require us to have to amend what would be best because we couldn't find a cabinet.
It would have been very limiting. This was like, we could do whatever we wanted.
Yeah. They're super duper high quality. We got furniture grade plywood. They are rigid and strong. We built them in a way that they will last a long time.
I think that if you're looking to save money and still have a very customized kitchen, build your own cabinets.
Yeah.
If you're looking to save time, maybe don't build your own cabinet.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly more work.
So if you are interested in building your own cabinets, I'll put a link down below to the tutorial we used. All right, last one, adding recessed lighting.
Oh, yes.
I actually really liked that we did that. Now, with a caveat, I would not have added recessed lighting in our kitchen if we had high ceilings. We only have 8-foot ceilings, like pretty standard height, but I wanted them to look higher. And part of what helped with that was building our floor to ceiling cabinets. But we had like a ceiling fan in here and it hung down really low. It wasn't very pretty. So we replaced that with several recessed lights. And I think what that does is it doesn't draw your eye up to the ceiling and that it's not real high. Just makes the space feel a little bigger because there's nothing hanging down near your head. And it enabled me to put light at different points where I felt like I would need to see in order to cook and bake. We have what, 6, I think? I thought we had 6.
4, right?
4.
Yeah.
We have 4. We have 4 recessed lights.
But they're good and they're very strategically placed.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. We need to thank our patrons.
You're the 4 pillars.
You guys are awesome.
The 4 horsemen of the Anchor Design Apocalypse. We're We're so thankful for you guys.
Thank you for being here. What about your beard challenge? Are you still willing to dye your beard?
Yeah.
I feel like we've made some promises here.
What we said was, if we get 1,000 subscribers, I will dye my beard whatever color is chosen. So we're like a third of the way there. I actually had a moment of panic like 2 days ago because I went to shave just to trim up and I used one guard down from what I normally do, and the beard was like, it wasn't as much there, and I was like, if we get 1,000 subscribers really quickly, I'm not gonna have a beard to dye. But it is growing in fast. By the time we get to 1,000, I'm certain there'll be enough of a beard there.
Are you gonna go in public with it?
Oh yeah, rest assured.
Yeah.
You'll get to be a part of that moment with us. See you on the next one. Check out the videos.